Hello, my name is Renee Shaw Netwell, and I am the violin and viola teacher for Shaw Strings Private Studio. I kind of wanted to document this little slideshow that I had shared with my students and the studio families at our recital this spring in 2023 because this was 10 years of performances. We had our recital this year at Shepherd University, and even 10 years ago, we got to do that. So I thought I'd just do it real quick, run through it in quick commentary for some of these things. Um, like I say, I teach violin and viola private lessons in Hagerstown, Maryland, and Shepherdstown, West Virginia. Most of my training these days is in the Suzuki method, and I really love so much about the method and love how small incremental steps and the parent appreciation involvement, the expectation and the real honest belief that we can do this, we can do hard things, really resonates with me. When we have a lot of love, a lot can be accomplished, and I just love that sentiment. Our first studio recital was in August of 2013, and I had some group performances, and obviously we had students anywhere from like 6 to, we'll just say, in our, retirement age and everywhere in between. And this was such a great group of students, and several of these students stayed around in the studio even as recently as a year ago in 2022. Or even, as we can see in this slide here, Emma in the main picture, she is officially on her way out after 10 years in the studio. So at this recital, she played Go Tell Aunt Rhody, and at our most recent recital, she did the first movement of the Sights Concerto No. 2, which was just so cool. I also got to do a Vivaldi duet with a friend of mine, and it was just a really great time. So we kept doing it. And these are some of my earliest students. You can see Caroline again and Olivia. We started performing in the area. This is at Kaufman Nursing Home in Hagerstown, and they are fabulous. And I always appreciate that they welcome us in. It is now that we are kind of getting out of COVID, it's time to get something set up again here soon. But this is our first Christmas performance there. And you get to still see some really familiar faces who, they only graduated a few years ago or are graduating now. This was a spring performance there. Some of the first recitals and first performances for students that are still in the studio. The main picture there has Emily Everett, who graduated and is now at Susquehanna. And she just had the most wonderful and beautiful junior recital. So that was very cool. I performed for them that day too, which always makes me a little anxious, but good memories. Some other good moments: our first studio field trip to see the Maryland Symphony perform with Time for Three. It was on a whim the first time in the fall of 2016, and we've been doing it ever since then now. Some performances. We did move to Paramount Brethren in Christ for a few years for our studio recital, and we got to perform outside at their pavilion, and inside were the solo recitals. And can see some students who are still playing. Jane on the bottom right hand, she's still in our studio. Some others have graduated or moved to other things. Another holiday performance at Kaufman Nursing Home. You can see they're getting bigger and they're playing better, and their playing position's getting better. Some families jumped in and did some arrangements. Some sisters did some duets, a few solos, and all three of these students are still in the studio, which just warms my heart. Our first Suzuki Playdown was in 2018, and this was at Paramount Brethren in Christ too. Some more solo performances. This was kind of a momentous one. This was our recital in 2019, and the three girls there, Emily Everett, Anna Mooney, and Grace Bully, did the Dvorak Terzetto, and they did a wonderful job with it, and also performed their own really great solos. And that was kind of our special music for the year. The other two pictures are from when we took some fiddle music on St. Patrick's Day to Homewood Retirement Center in Williamsport, getting out in the community and playing. And then with some more recitals, there was a recital on the bottom left at Shepherd just before the pandemic. That was December of 2019. It's crazy. That was the same day. So December 2019, I had a student recital at Shepherd, and then that afternoon we went to Homewood and shared some Christmas carols, which was so fun. And these are some of our most recent performances. The two group photos with everyone standing was our recital in 2020, held the Saturday before everything closed. We had a group play down in the upper right hand side, and on the bottom left, that was actually one of our first big performances after COVID, once things are kind of settled down and we went to the library in downtown Hagerstown. It was really awesome. And a year ago, I'm so grateful that we've come such a long way. A year ago, we had smaller student solo recitals at a community center in Hagerstown, and they still sounded great. The acoustics were actually really great, and these students played so well, and I was glad that they had a live audience. And then my few Shepherd students got to do a little mini recital on campus too. I'm coming with like the hindsight. We are done with our recital now, but I was so impressed and so grateful for all the work that they did and grateful for all the family members who came out. So thank you so much. This is recorded for posterity. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.